10 videos and 2 different designs. What about one more? This time in full 3D. How hard could it be? It took 7 hours over the span of 4 days. Day 1. These are my first designs. A magnificent blend with 2D and 3D. I wanted to blend my 2 different interests and create something unique. Sadly, it was ineffective to produce videos with. It was hard to draw in 3D space, and it was irritating to draw based on the object not aligning with the camera view. So, for my second design, I made a paper background in grease pencil, so I could draw based on the camera view. It worked to some extent, but I wanted to reuse animations, and that could not happen since everything was aligned with the camera. So this time, for my final design, I wanted to make a fully riggable 3D model that looked like a 2D painting image to 2D. I have never played a Guilty Gear game or indulged myself with it. I just know that the soundtrack is amazing, and I have listened to The Town Inside Me over 400 times. So it was perfect. I searched up how to make the Guilty Gear style and watched a couple of tutorials, like this one and from the GDC. Now I got my reference down, and a common practice to start is with the sketching. This time I felt confident. I had already my previous design, so I skipped the sketching part, had it just next to me, and I started with a cube. Cube, cube, cube. It was such an ineffective way to work, so I went back to the pencil and I drew on top of the 3D model I made, so I could have some guidelines. And when the model was okay, I fixed all the polygons, and to keep your attention, I skipped all the boring stuff and technical, and look at that. We have a base. Yippee! Day 2. An important aspect of 3D that I wanted to implement myself was jiggle physics. One cannot live without jiggle physics. When I made my previous design, I wanted to try a boiling effect or a little wobble in 2D, so I wanted to translate that into 3D. The parts that needed a little wobble was my glasses, hair, and my lower body. This would help to exaggerate the movement. And as you can see with my idle animation on screen, it's not showing since I did not exaggerate them enough, but you can still see them. I just need some polishing. But anyways, material plays an important part to achieve the 2D look. The tutorial goes in great detail to achieve the look. I only needed the outline and the cell shading. Outline was made using a reverse solidifier, and it was fully customizable. Cell shading is a simple material. However, there was some problem. As you can see, my character could not light up. This problem caused so much headache. There's a part of the video where I just go completely silent because I do not know what the fix was. The simple fix was a single button, so luckily it was just that. Day 3. Wobble. Even more wobble. A lot of classic PS1 games have a dynamic wobble to them. I found a perfect add-on that replicated the wobble made by Insert Num. So with the add-on, I used it to make my scene more lively and some items more dynamic. Now it was riggy. Luckily, Blender already had rigified, so it made the progress much easier and also customizable. I got rid of the legs and wow, perfect. I added custom bones, gave them names, and it worked. No problems at all. Now the last part was weight painting. I don't know why it does that, but I managed to fix it by smoothing out the body. I have a theory that it's because of the small places, all of them just overlapping, but it works to some extent, and that's the important part. Day 4. The last day went to the face rig and animation. I made the face texture in Procreate and exported it to Blender. It was only after I made the rig that I realized I can only look straight ahead. I forgot left and right, but as long as it does the job. It looks so silly, but I love it. The face rig and body rig are 2 different rigs. I do not know how time efficient that is, but that's a problem for another day. Now I can finally spend my time working on the animation. All the wobble is based on physics, so I don't need to animate them. For this video, I wanted to have at least 3 different animation poses. 1 idle, talking, and stressed. For the idle animation, I added cups with coffee. Here are the full renders, and I hope you like them. It came out better than expected, and I have improved a lot compared to my first design. Now that the model is done, I want to continue making videos and improve my skills.